Hello, everyone. Come on in. Hi, how are you? Hello, everyone. And welcome to Life Coach University. So this is a place where all coaches have gathered from around the globe for one mission, which is to coach millions more. So here you can be coached on a range of topics from relationships, career, finance, business, spirituality, manifestation, setting boundaries, self-awareness, and so much more. And all of the coaches here do it for love, for the love of humanity and wanting to leave something amazing for the next generation. So my name is Davina Johnson. I am a C-section coach and I'm your coach for February to give you 28 days of self-love. And today we're on day 14. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. So are we ready? So again, I am Davina Johnson. Welcome to 28 Days of Self-Love, day 14, natural products. As humans, we are exposed to around 80,000 chemicals daily. So ranging from the things that they spray on food, it can be in water, cars, cigarettes, smoke, different products, body, hair products, furniture, lots of different things. And some of them, we can't avoid the toxins, but some of them we can. So one way of doing that is making your own products, like body products. So, and I know it's Valentine's Day too, so maybe this is something that you could do with your partner if you have one, or if you're by yourself. This is like something that you could do on your own as well. And it's really kind of creative to do too. So I make my own shampoo, I make my own hair oil, and I buy a body lotion from a local person that lives locally to me. She started her own business doing organic products, so no nasties in it. And it's really nice to be able to support a local business as well. So that's another reason that maybe you could also venture into some organic, non-toxin products, is that you might find that in your local area by you that there are people who are doing this, because there's so many people that are doing this now that are just making their own products for many reasons, but it's so much better for you. And I had a client who their editing project was just becoming overwhelming for them. So I gave them a list of things to bring to our next session. I didn't tell them why, I just said, bring all of these things to our next coaching session. And the following week, they come, they bring all the stuff, and they're like, so what are we gonna do? So I said, let's make our own shampoo. And they were like, what? I was like, yep, this session, we're gonna make our own shampoo. So, and we're over Zoom, this is over Zoom. So they've got there all the stuff that I said, and I said, did you do the thing that you needed to do before the coaching session? Because there's a bit you need to do beforehand that we couldn't do in the session. They're like, yep, I've done that. And I was like, great. So let's get all of these things, which are all things that you can find in your cupboard, and let's make it. So as we're making the shampoo, we're talking about other things now. So I'm asking about their children, I'm asking about the partner, other things that they might enjoy. And we're talking about other things. And this person has a deadline. So I'm aware they have a deadline that they need to get to, but the work is becoming overwhelming. So we're doing something else. We're going to be creative. We're going to take our mind off it just for an hour. And then at the end of this hour, I said, so how are you feeling about your project and your deadline? And they said, I feel like I've got more energy to do it. And I'm like, great, that's great that you have like more energy now to go back and finish what you're doing and to meet your deadline. Because sometimes you think that you need to like go, like, I've got to keep going, I've got to work till midnight, and I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to sleep, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get to this, I'm going to get to this deadline. But sometimes when you actually take your foot off the gas and you take a moment to just do something completely different, something that you wouldn't normally do at all, you'll find that you gather more energy to go back to what you were doing, because sometimes you can be so in it and so consumed that it does start to feel overwhelming and you're wondering how you're going to reach this deadline. But sometimes you just need to take a step back, have a break, some self-care, some self-love, do something completely different, something creative. And yes, we made shampoo, so that was way out of there, like what they would normally do. But you could do something else. You could draw, you could, maybe you want to watch something mindless on TV, maybe for an hour, just go outside, have a walk, just take a break, just come away from it. And you'll find that you will gather more energy to come back and to finish, which they did and meet their deadline. So not only can you maybe make some natural products just because it's good for your body and to have less chemicals, something that you could do with your partner that might be something that you don't really normally do, something you could do with your kids that is also really fun, because these are all products that you could find in your cupboard and things. And I have been told before that I could sell the shampoo that I make, but I said I'm not going to do that. It's just for me and my clients. I just share the recipe and ingredients with them. And it's a great shampoo. Once you use it, you will not buy shampoo ever again, because this stuff is amazing. But you could do it with your kids, like I said, on your own. You could do it with your partner, but just something completely different. And it's great for your body to have less toxins, but also just to decompress. You know, if you are someone that is fully consumed in their work all of the time, you can just take a step back and do something different, something that's really good for you, something that's really fun to do. And it also saves you money because you're not buying shampoo. I just thought about that one as well. So there's lots of other benefits for using and making your own natural products for your body. And I don't know, how does that resonate with anyone else? Do you ever feel sometimes that you get too consumed and overwhelmed with a deadline and that's all you can think about, and you're not doing any other kind of self-care, you're not thinking about your friends or family or yourself, and you're just so consumed, you know? And so sometimes, as I said, just take a step back. It could just be for an hour, and just that hour of stepping back can give you all the energy you need to then go on for maybe another couple of hours to finish your deadline. Okay, so let me just have a look at the Q&A. If anything comes up or any questions, just put them in there. And I have one here that says, when I have an editing deadline, I forgot to eat. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty intense, right? That the deadline can make you forget something like eating. And how did that make you feel when you realized that you didn't eat to make a deadline? Because that's the other part that I haven't touched on today, but not attending to your own needs may not just affect how you feel about the project or your deadline that you're doing, but it can affect other parts of your life too. And the person has it made them feel edgy and hangry. Right, exactly. And then I wonder if there's anyone else in your household, how they would have felt when you were edgy and hangry because you hadn't eaten because of a deadline. You see what I mean? It'll start to roll over. And then how do you feel about the project that you're doing and the deadline that you're trying to make? You see, sometimes people have, some people resent it. Now they resent the whole thing. Something that they were first enjoying, and now, because you haven't eaten and you're edgy and hangry, maybe other people in your family are realizing that you're also edgy and hangry, and now you don't like your project. And now we're starting to spiral. My entire family gets the wrath. They left my food outside my office. Wow, your whole family gets the wrath, right? And is that how we want to show up to our families? Because of a deadline? Do we want to be feeling edgy and hangry? Do we want our families to get the wrath? Do we not want to take care of our bodies and not eat because of a deadline? You know? And just by if you took a moment, like 20 minutes to eat, you probably would have avoided all of it, right? It feels so big and important for me to meet that deadline. And of course, and it is, right? It is important for you to meet the deadline. But if you're not good, what good are you to your company, or maybe you work for yourself and whomever that deadline is for? If you're no good, what good are you to them? What good are you to your family? How good or how well have you done the work if you're not 100%? Could be another question. Could you have done a better job had you been fueled with food and water? You know? So just by taking 20 minutes out to eat, who knows? Maybe the work would have been even better. So it's still important. The deadline's important, but so are you, you know? And what we're trying to also avoid here is creating a pattern of not eating every time you get a deadline, because this won't be the last deadline, right? You're always going to have a deadline. So we don't want to create this pattern of working ourselves to the bone and no food and no water, and our family getting the wrath and feeling edgy and hungry every time we have a deadline, because we're always going to have another deadline. So you always really need to find time for yourself just to eat, if that's what's going to make things so much. If you're going to avoid all of that, if you're going to avoid edgy and hungry and my family getting the wrath and my family having to leave food outside of your office, if you can just take 20 minutes to eat, is it not worth it? To produce your best work, is it not worth it? Are you worth 20 minutes? Let me leave you with that. Okay, so if you found value from today, please pay it forward. And you can do so in a big way or a small way, any way that shows kindness to you, your family, your friends, your community, your colleagues. You could smile more. You could call someone you haven't spoken to in a while, send a text, say hi to a neighbor, make someone a cup of tea, whatever you might do, but just spread the kindness and tell us about it at lifecoachuniversity.com. Also subscribe to the newsletter, go to the website and click campus, and you will get the monthly newsletter and the chance to win a one-to-one coaching session. And if you would like to get in contact with me, my name is Davina Johnson. I'm a C-section coach, and you'll find me at davinajohnson.com and also at Instagram at C-section coach. And I will see you tomorrow for day 15. We start a new week, week 3. See you then.